Last week, I announced that we'd be having a few player versus player matches in our D&D campaign, Dungeons and Drogons. Today, I am announcing the Dungeons and Drogons PvP Tournament, a 7-week competition pitting 8 current and former Drogons against each other in a no-holds-barred battle to prove, once and for all, who is the ultimate Drogon. The battlefield will be the Cathedral of Shadows from the Wizards of the Coast module, Keep on the Shadowfell. A large chamber with a nice mix of open and tight areas to accommodate any playstyle. To prevent a stalemate, after 8 rounds the battlefield will begin collapsing upon itself, squeezing players toward the center. But here's where it gets interesting. You, dear listener, get to bet on each and every matchup. Once you enter the betting pool, you'll be given 100 gold pieces of virtual currency to bet as you see fit. All bets are against the house, meaning if you bet 50 GP, you either win an additional 50 GP, or you lose your 50 GP. You can enter the betting pool at any time, so if you miss the first week, no problem. You can't bet more GP than you currently have, and once you're down to 0 GP, you're out. I'll keep records of everyone's winnings and losings and post them publicly, and at the end of the tournament, the person with the most GP will be crowned the winner. The prize? Bragging rights. Oh, and I'll name an NPC after you in our next adventure, which will start right after the tournament. Our first matchup, which will be posted next week, is the highly anticipated grudge match, Wintier the Elven Ranger versus Coltaine the Human Warlord. This will be an interesting matchup because each warrior brings a different combat style to the table. Wintier is fast, he hits hard, and he can attack from afar, but he's fragile. Coltaine has high defenses and an incredible capacity to heal himself, but he's slow. If Wintier can use his speed to keep Coltaine out of melee range, this matchup is his. But if Coltaine can survive long enough to close the distance and hammer on Wintier, the elf just doesn't have the hit points, the armor class, or the healing to stand toe-to-toe with the warlord. So next week, Coltaine versus Wintier. Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets.